happening? It's Sir William, and today I find myself camping outside of the mountains of Alabama in a little bit different style than what I'm used to. In March of 2020, Christy, myself, and Pumbaa Dog all moved into our 21-foot travel trailer. It's a 2019 Grand Designs Imagine 2150 RV. Imogene, or Puddles is their nickname. More on that later on. The reason that we did this was to travel the United States, set up in various different regions of the country, and then spider off from there and go overland, explore, off-road, and all the fun things. Like many of you though, 2020 caught us by surprise and put quite the damper on some of our plans. After spending some time in Eastern Tennessee getting Imogene ready for the road and adapting to the full-time RV lifestyle, we decided to head out to South Carolina, where we're from, catch up with friends and family, because we knew that it'd be a while before we get to see them again once we head out west. Now, we will have more content on full-time RV living in the future on a different series, so stay tuned for that if that's what you're interested in. But right now, I've got the opportunity to explore the beauty that Alabama has to offer over the next week before we make our way out west. Today, we're in the Talladega National Forest, where we're going to travel all the different trails that they have and see what we can get into. This is what happens to trails when folks come through and, you know, just spin their tires every time they get across some mud. There's really no need for it. If you just kind of ease on through the mud. I understand wanting your truck to look dirty and all that good stuff. And just by way of just getting out here and going places, your truck's gonna get dirty. No need to spin up mud all over the side of it. Pro tip, when you see places like this on the side of the road in rural areas, stop. Probably gonna get something good.
We can't afford to get the label for it, but we don't use herbicides or pesticides. What we get, and the Lord gives us plenty.
Man, what an awesome little store. I got some boiled peanuts, which this is probably the last batch of boiled peanuts that I'll get unless I make them myself, because out west you cannot find boiled peanuts and they're so good. I also got some onions, I got some sweet potatoes, and I got some pork sausage, and I got some country eggs. And all that stuff was right at around 12 bucks. So awesome little store if you're in the area. Toting our house out to the middle forest does have some perks. Check out this spread we're fixing to have. What? Remember earlier when I stopped by the roadside stand and I suggested you guys do it too? This is another one of those finds right here. This is strawberry jalapeno barbecue sauce, and it sounds like it wouldn't be good, but it's one of the best things that I've ever tasted in my life. It's from this little place out in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Good Lord, what did you do today? Your truck's covered in mud.
Well, that's how it's supposed to look. Most of the time what I do is just aimlessly explore through the woods and various different trails that I find on the map. Sometimes they lead to gold, sometimes they lead to dead ends. Actually, most of the time they lead to dead ends, but it's always fun to explore the area that I'm in. This is one of those times that it's pretty much led to a dead end. The trail gets narrow right there, turns into basically a hiking trail. And then sometimes this happens. Now we got to turn back around and go through everything that we just went through again. I was hoping that we could connect to this little trail right there. We probably can. See if I can't move that out of the way. I may be able to move these out the way and get going on down the trail. Shit. I ain't moving all that. And now we backtrack. This is pretty typical. It happens from time to time. You know, hey look, I'm just aimlessly out here exploring, so no real agenda. Just trying to see what I can see, you know? Good news is, I got a backup spot right there, so I can just turn right on around. So on the map, I found a spot called Salt Lick Falls. So I'm navigating to it. As you can see, I'm running out of daylight, so I'm about to head back to base camp after I find this. But hopefully I can find some nice waterfalls or something. I haven't really seen any waterfalls since I've been here in Alabama. I tell you, this is probably one of the most aggravating things. Whenever it says that there's a road, and then it's blocked, because literally I need to be just right on the other side of this, and it used to be a road, as you can see. So now I've got to turn around and go back. Damn, I'm missing my damn, ain't that some shit? How the hell did I lose that? Where the hell did it go? Wow, that's wild. Well, I guess it matches the back now. Hey man, you ready? Let's roll. Dude loves to ride. I mean, he does have a pretty nice spot though. Check him out, huh? He has a little pillow right there. Plenty of room. Talk to us, bro. That's how he talks. He just moves his mouth back and forth talking to you. I noticed the other night, y'all, Pumbaa is getting a little bit old. Notice the white hair in his red all around his face. Signs of wisdom, son. Talk to us. Yeah, tell us all about it. So I spent the last few days exploring around the Talladega National Forest. I tell you, this is a really cool place. A lot here. It's a big area to explore. And if you're like me and you just want to get out and see what you can see, then, well, this is the place to do it at. Pumbaa and I really enjoyed our time here. We've been exploring all the back roads and forest roads and different areas, been kind of looking for, you know, ideal spots to camp and different things like that for, you know, if we come back and spend any time here. Right now, we're gonna head up north, about 70 miles north of Talladega National Forest to the Little River Canyon. And the Little River Canyon should be pretty cool, like waterfalls and different things like that. And that, my friends, is the Little River Canyon. My guess is there's a river down there. Thomas, if you're listening, you have me so sketched out about hopping on these rocks. Told Thomas one time at jumping off rock about me feeling much more comfortable going out on rock ledges like that, but yet man-made heights I'm scared of. He said he felt the opposite way because the man-made heights have been tested, and he's got a valid point. I feel like at any given second they could just fall, right? And if you look down here and you notice all the rock that's down there, you realize that that is not a far-fetched possibility. Let me get the hell off this rock. Yo, take a look at this. In Alabama. That's crazy, right? I mean, look at these cliffs. This is a legit canyon. Well, damn. Good thing it's in a spot where I can plug it when I need to. All right, so here's the first obstacle of this little area. It's a hell of a water crossing, huh? So, yeah, this is the situation. I thought about going ahead and going through with it. I've been told that most of these are all rock bottom over here and that I could probably do it, but man, that's a lot of water, dude. I mean, I'm out here wading just a little bit of it, and now it looks like right there it picks up some on another rock, but being by myself, I just don't feel comfortable crossing this. Plus, I think I can go around it on the other side, so that's what I'm gonna do. I need to go across it to wash the bottom of Apple, but I don't know, man. I just tried it. I went a little bit further that time, and I could probably definitely make it, but I just hate to put myself at risk like that. Man, it's because it like pops up, and man, I definitely want to do it, but I don't feel comfortable doing stuff like that without somebody, you know what I mean? That way, if something happens, I can at least, get recovered out. Wheeling with a buddy is always ideal. We'll see though. We'll see what else this place has to offer. That's not the only crossing, from what I understand. Man, I just about got stuck in a big ass mud pit. It was like literally just bogged down. It's crazy. Like I literally just sank down. There was rock at the bottom of it, thankfully, so the wheels spinning finally got a hold of that rock. But damn, it's crazy. I totally wasn't expecting that. Well, the good news is Apple finally got her underbody wash, I believe. Well, a little bit. Maybe I'll get ballsy and hit that river crossing up at the end of the trail here. I've learned my lesson about these little mud pits here. You got to just keep it moving on these. I've developed a squeak after the last one there. If you can hear it, it's quite the squeak. I ain't got a clue where it's coming from. It only does it whenever I go fast. So I think that last blast through the water pushed whatever was squeaking out, which that was the idea. So it worked. You just wouldn't expect Alabama to have a canyon. Man, what an awesome trail system that was. The Little River Canyon is got all kinds of stuff to see. We only scratched the surface. I really appreciate Jody for hooking me up with that little intel about this place. So I just got word that Kurt and Jen are on their way to our campsite. They will be there in approximately about an hour and 10 minutes or so. I am 74 miles away from the campsite, and I'll be there in about an hour and 45 minutes. So not really much else to see here. We'll catch up with you later once we get to the campsite. 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐴 finally made it. Kurt and Jen. I don't think they can see you, but I see a little bit of you. Look at this badass rig though, huh? Look at that. Yeah, stay tuned for a future episode there. Badass build. So ironically, this is their first night on their big venture as well. So this marks a first for all of our adventures, I guess. Who would have thought we would have started in Alabama?
Only an hour from Atlanta, hardly.
It's a beautiful place, though,
It's
man.
actually really pretty, yeah.
Not bad at all.
Day number 4, we're waking up to less than spectacular conditions. Although, we got friends at the campsite. The Grande Rojo.
It's got another name.
What is it?
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Okay, what's the name of the rig here?
He calls it Grand Rojo,
Grand Rojo.
Big Red,
Big Red.
Clifford,
I like Clifford.
and the proper Spanish pronunciation is Grand Roja.
Roja. Man, it was super cool to get to hang out with Kurt and Jen and the kids for a little while before they start their epic journey on down the road to full-time van living. They're off.
See you, dude. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
See you, Will.
They're off. They're on their way to Corpus Christi, where it's 70 degrees and sunny. I can't blame them. Man, what an awesome area Alabama was. We've now made it back here to Texas. I really appreciate you guys watching. I've got some new content coming out. Stay tuned as I travel around the Oklahoma Adventure Trail, circle around Oklahoma. A lot of cool stuff coming. Make sure that you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and until next time, peace.